All right, Gage, I need some pros and cons to the Kawasaki KRX.
They ride really nice. They're really heavy duty, but they're severely underpowered for what they are. I mean, if you're just trail riding, it's enough, but if you're doing anything else, then it is severely underpowered.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, Adam, I'm looking for some pros and cons to the KRX.
Pro, I would say they're a very comfortable machine, very plush on the trails. Cons would be they're really underpowered compared to like their counterparts that are on the market. So it needs more horsepower.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. All right, Brian, I need some pros and cons to the KRX.
They're good machines. They're just big and bulky and feel heavy. Like I said, definitely the brakes are terrible on them. But other than that, I mean, you want to go flying through the woods, they'll do the job.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, Brian, I need some pros and cons to the KRX.
It's a nice, big, stable machine. Performs really well on the trails. Maybe con-wise, it's a little too slow. Could be a little faster, but they got that new, was that supercharged, turbocharged thing they're jamming in all their machines. So we'll see what that does for it, maybe.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, Carrie, I need some pros and cons to the KRX.
Things are built like tanks. They seem to go everywhere. A little underpowered, and the brakes need to definitely need to be looked at.
Yeah, the brakes are a hot topic. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
All right, Steve, I need some pros and cons to the KRX.
Con, too tall for short people. It's hard for me to get in. Probably the biggest con that just jumps to my mind is the brakes. They're kind of squishy. Having ridden one of those down in Tennessee, it was, brakes were not the same as they were on most other things I'm used to. But pros, they're just pretty solidly built. Kawasaki really beefs up all their suspension components so they don't wear out quite as fast as other stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, but what are some pros and cons to the KRX?
They're pretty reliable. They're tough. They got beefy ball joints and A-arms, giant bushings, giant U-joints and stuff. They ride really nice. Not too bad to work on, honestly. For cons though, I don't know if it's the master cylinder or what they need to change, but the brake pedal feel is horrible. They have giant rotors, giant calipers, but the brake pedal, you can push that thing to the floor when they're brand new. It's terrible. They also could use some more power. They need a middle of the road that's not an H2 that's going to be $50,000. They need like a supercharged regular KRX or something to keep up with the other turbo machines. I think that'd be pretty sweet.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you.
Yep.